Hey y'all, welcome back to Hey Mom, what's for dinner? Tonight, we're having breakfast for dinner. I have here set up a breakfast taco bar station. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna cater to each one of my kids and what they like in their breakfast taco. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with the potato and egg breakfast taco first. So I need to get cracking on some eggs. I'm gonna crack about 6 eggs. So just poke some of the yolks and start whisking. You wanna have your skillet on a medium-high heat. And I have a little butter in this skillet right now. I do not add anything else to the egg mixture just yet. I want them to be nice and fluffy. So I'm gonna leave this right here. Think my pan is hot enough. I'm going to add the potatoes first. These are leftover baby potatoes that we had last night with our barbecue chicken sliders. Check out my video that I posted yesterday. And I'm just gonna add just a few potatoes to the skillet, enough to make about 2 or 3 breakfast tacos. This child does not want meat in her breakfast tacos. I gotta season the potatoes a little bit, just with a little salt and pepper. And we're gonna cook those up and then we'll add the egg mixture. Those go around in the pan. And I just diced them up just a little bit. Now my next child wants chorizo in their breakfast taco. And if you don't know what chorizo is, it's like a pork sausage and it comes in a little case like this. And it's kind of like sausage, like ground sausage, like you would normally have a breakfast taco with sausage and eggs, but this has a little bit more spices to it. So I have a 1/2 cup measuring cup, and that way I can evenly distribute the eggs to the skillet per breakfast taco. So with this kind, I'm only gonna use a 1/2 cup. Right in the skillet. There we go. And this comes together fairly quickly, so just be careful not to burn the eggs. Make sure your heat is on a medium low. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Okay, I think it's done. So I'm gonna transfer it into a bowl and just set it off to the side until I'm done with everybody's breakfast taco. All right. There's child number 1. Now for the next breakfast taco, chorizo with egg. This one's a pork chorizo, but they have a beef and they even make a vegan chorizo, if you can believe that. So it just has garlic and paprika is what gives it that red color. So I'm just gonna squeeze just a little bit out and then we're gonna hear that sizzle. And we're just gonna break it up until it's like crumbled up. It's nice and spicy. You don't have to add any butter or oil to the pan because the pork will create enough fat in the pan, so it's not gonna stick. Now that the chorizo has started to brown, you can kind of see where it's starting to crisp up along the edges and little crumbles. We're gonna want to turn the heat down to low before adding the egg. So again, measuring cup. We're gonna get about a 1/2 cup of the egg mixture. There we go. And now, just swirl the side along the edge of the egg and then start pulling from the outside in. And like I said, it doesn't take long before the egg starts to cook up. You don't have to add much seasoning to this because the chorizo is full of flavor, but I will add just a little bit of salt. My little buddy here is begging for a little bit of this chorizo. Okay, now this is all nice and cooked up, and I gotta put it off to the side because we're on to the next breakfast taco. Nice. That should make about 2 tacos. Now for our last breakfast taco, eggs, bacon, and cheese. I've sort of wiped the pan out a little bit, the skillet, since it had chorizo in it. I have to add a little bit more butter so that the eggs don't stick. So we're gonna take the rest of the egg mixture. Remember, there were just 6 eggs in here. And we're gonna pour that all in the skillet. Get it all out. Make sure your heat is on low. And we're gonna cook that up by itself in the skillet. And I have a brand new spatula, by the way. It's important because the other spatula had some chorizo on it. At this point, I'm gonna season the eggs. I've got salt and pepper. And then what we're going to do with the bacon, we're just gonna crumble it up right on top of the eggs. So I've already cooked my bacon in the microwave. Just 1 strip. It's just going to feed my 9-year-old. Just enough, maybe 2 tacos. And just break it up with your fingers right on in there. Perfect. The last step in breakfast tacos, heating up the flour tortillas. So I'm gonna get this put away and heat up a new skillet and get that nice and hot before I start to heat up the tortillas. So now it's time to heat up your flour tortillas. I have HEB flour tortillas, which are made fresh right there in the grocery store. It's our favorite tortilla. So you probably just need about 6 or so. I'm guessing 2 to 3 tacos per person. And make sure your skillet is on high. And you'll know when they're done, they'll start to bubble up. There'll be a big air bubble right in the center. And now it's time to plate it up. I've got a couple of tortillas per child, but I'm gonna plate up 1 of each so you can see. All right, the first one that's up is the chorizo and egg. There we go. And I'm gonna add some queso fresco. which is just a white cheese that crumbles. Cole, do you want a little extra spice with your breakfast taco? Because I do have some hot sauce to put on top. All right, he said yes. Going right on top. If you have Tabasco, feel free to use Tabasco. There's one, next one. Is potato and egg breakfast taco. And this one I'm going to use a Mexican blend cheese. It's pre-shredded, save me some time. This one wants avocado on top. She loves avocados. So I'm gonna put that one right on top. Okay. There's that one. Last one is for my pickiest eater, and she loves bacon. She's a bacon lover. So I've got eggs and bacon with cheese. No avocado on this one. And there you have it. 3 different breakfast tacos waiting on the kids to dig in.